Start with opening Canvas Desktop. First go to the artboard and change it to a 12 by 20 format. Import your file from the computer. I'm going to start with the guide. Now I like to cut a little away from the edge, so I'm just moving this slightly across and down just to get it away from the edge of the cutting area. You don't have to do that, but once you've got it in place, leave it in place. I'm now going to go to the Layers menu. And here you can see there are two groups or two layers. If you click on the toggle the eye, you get to see one or the other. Now I'm going to leave the markings and I'm going to transfer that to my cutting machine. It'll tell me the hidden objects won't go, which is fine, that's just what we want. Now when that has finished cutting, I will come back here, toggle that one off, toggle the cut outline on, and then transfer that to the machine to do the final cut. Again, it tells me that hidden objects won't go, but that's fine. When the guide is cut, you then need to cut the other files. There's two other files. There's the pocket guide, and I'm just going to bring that in and put it over here because I can fit both these files on one piece of plastic. So I'm going to import the rulers. Okay, again I'm going to move that just a little over and a little down, just like that. There we go. That's actually two rulers there, so they will cut down the middle. Now because I've brought the two files in, I've got four lots of shapes. Two are cut files and two are the markings. So I'm going to turn off the cuts and just send the markings to the computer, to the ScanNcut. Again, it tells me that hidden objects don't go. Then when they're done, I then turn off the markings and just have the cutting files and send that to my machine and cut that. Okay, I have loaded my mat. I've taped the stencil plastic top and bottom just to hold it in place. I've got a fairly sticky mat, so it is holding it quite well. I'm going to retrieve my data. Okay, I'm going to go into my tools and check the cut area is set for the 12 by 24 mat, which is here. So press OK, OK, OK. I'm going to press cut. Now I only want this to do a half cut, so I'm going to go in and make sure my half cut is turned on. It is. It's set on auto at the moment, but I am going to do a test cut just to make sure it's scoring it the way I want to. So let's have a look here. I've got a triangle selected. Now where has it put the triangle? Down here. So I'm just going to take it right up to the top. If you're having trouble moving it, just go into the screen that'll let you move it automatically. Just want to make sure it's as high as it can be. Whoops. Okay. So I'm going to press OK, and I'm going to press start. So the half cut's on, the test cut's now going, just to make sure it's scoring as it should. So I don't want it to cut right through, I just want it to mark. It's going to do it twice. Okay, it's doing what I wanted, showing the marks. So I'm just going to press start, and it will go through and do the whole file. Now this is going to take 20 minutes, so I'll just let it start so you can see it. Again, it's going to do it twice. So we'll come back when this is finished and do the second cut. Okay, it's finished cutting now. The important thing is not to remove your mat. So I'm going to return to the home screen. I've now sent the second part of the file to the internet. Okay, this is just the outline to cut, so I'm going to press OK. I'm still set on the 24-inch, so that's fine. I'm going to cut. But this time I want to cut right through. So I need to go in and turn off the half cut. And it's going to cut right through. So I could do a test cut, but I think I'll just leave it there and set it to go. We'll come back in a moment. Now, mine actually cut 3 times, but before I remove it, I'm just going to make 100% sure that it's cut where I need it to cut. And I'm just having to fold that back, but it's cut through, so it's cut where it's needed to cut. Off the mat. The little inserts just need to be folded back. All coming out perfectly. You can't really see it there, but there it is. It's all scored. Let's see if I can bring that a bit closer so you can see the scoring on it. It's a bit hard to see because it's on plastic, but that's not cut through. It's just scoring the plastic. And that's how easy it is to make it. Thank you. Before I can load my mat, I just need to go into my tools, go to the cut area, and make sure that the mat I have selected is 12 by 24. Press OK and OK. Sit my mat there and feed it. I have taped this plastic down at top and bottom just to hold it in place. We're now going to retrieve the data. So this is the rulers and the pocket guide. This is the markings menu, or the markings file. Okay, all looks alright, it's where I need it, and press OK. I'm going to cut. Now, because this is the markings, and I only want it to cut halfway through, not all the way through, I'm going to turn my half cut on. I'm not going to worry about a test cut because I've already done that in cutting the other files, and I'm going to press start. Let's just go out a bit. And it's just starting the cut. It's going to take 26 minutes, so we'll leave it to do its thing. Okay, that's just coming up to the close. Remember, the important thing when cutting these files is not to move it on your mat in canvas before you send it to machine, and not to take your mat in and out, and that way it will cut in exactly the right place. Now, as soon as this finishes, we're going to retrieve the cutting section, which I've already sent to through the internet. So it won't be a moment. There we go. Oh, not quite. Just when you think it's finished, it cuts another little bit. Okay, we're finished. So we're going to press OK, we're finished. Now we're going to go back to the home button. Remember, don't put your mat out. We're going to retrieve the data. And this time we'll be getting just the cut file. So the outlines. This may take 2 or 3 passes to cut. We can see it's all okay, so I'm just going to press OK. I'm going to select cut. Now, what I do need to do now is turn off my my half cut because I want this to cut all the way. I'm going to leave it on auto because that's been working fine. And I'm just going to press start. I'm not going to do a test cut because I've already done that, so no need to double check. It's just working out the size that it wants. I'll just come back when it's finished. Now I did it 3 passes, so I will just, oh yes, I can see that it's cut through, so I will just remove the masking tape doesn't want to come off that end, so I might just take these out. Just making sure you don't get any of these little bits, cut out bits in the plastic. Any of the plastic bits in the caught up in your machine. Oops. Take it out, might be easier. Okay, so we have the pocket guide, the ruler for the pocket guide. Sorry, that's the ruler for the pocket guide, and this is the ruler for the actual cutting guide, and there's the cutting guide. Very simple to use. Just feed the ruler through like in a basket weave sort of motion across. Not sure if you can see the cuttings on there, but the markings on there, but I'll just bring it a bit closer. You can see it hasn't cut all the way through, it's just left a mark. Good luck.